Whether you are a teacher, trainer, administrator, or event organizer, you probably will have a time where you need to generate certificates for the events you hosted, like webinars, seminars, and trainings. Making certificates can be done using either MS Word, Excel, or even Photoshop. Having a template, a list of names, and copy-paste will do the job for certificates around 10 to 20 names or more. But by the time that you will need to generate certificates for over 100 names, copy pasting will become tedious and time consuming. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to generate certificates for hundreds of names using these 4 simple steps. First, you need to prepare the names in Excel. Step 2, prepare the certificate template in Microsoft Word with placeholder, and third one is import the Excel file. Then fourth, navigate and export or print. So what you are seeing here is the list of names for those to be given certificates, and I have over 500 names here. And if you have not yet imported your list of names for the certificate in Excel, make sure that you do, and make sure you place it something like this. Now, before I'll import this to my template in Microsoft Word, there's a little thing that I need to do here, which is since I'd like to display the names of the certificates in a full name. So what I'm going to do here is add another column. I'm going to call it full name, and this time it will consist of the first name, middle initial, and the last name. And I cannot do it manually because I hate manuals. So what I'm going to do instead is use functions. So to do that, we can simply use the function concatenate. Concatenate is used to combine things from the cells, and you can easily do that by adding the first name, which is located in B2. So rather than typing B2, what I'm going to do instead is just select this cell. So I have now B2, and the next thing that I want to appear after the first name would be the middle name. But before the middle name, I'd like to add a space in between. So I'm going to add a comma there before you add your next item, and I'm going to add a quotation to add a space and the closing quotation. Since I'm going to add the next thing, which is the middle name, I don't want the middle name, by the way, I just want the middle initial. So I'll select this one, but before that, I'm going to extract the first letter of the middle name. So since I'm going to do that, I'll use the function called left. Okay, so that's the good thing about here. We can actually add a function inside of function. So I'm going to extract the left part of that name, and it's going to ask 2 arguments. So first, it will ask for which cell are you going to extract the letter from the left side, which is the middle name. So I'll just click that cell, and how many characters do you want to extract? So I just want 1. So we need to close that, and we should now expect the W to be added here, and the last thing, which is the last name. So before I do the last name, I'll just add a space. To add a space, just add a quotation and a closing quotation for that. Another comma for the next item, which is finally the last name. Then we can now close our parentheses, and there you go. You have now your full name. Before that, we have something missing here. We forgot the dot. So we'll go back instead, and right before you add a space, I'll just add a dot there, so that there will be a dot right after the middle name. Now something's missing as well, which is since I want the name to be displayed in the certificate as uppercase. Now I don't want to rewrite all of this in uppercase, since there is a function in Excel which will turn all of your characters into uppercase. So what I'm going to do instead is I'll go back to this formula bar, and I'm going to use upper, and I'm going to enclose all of the functions that I have created earlier or composed, then opening not quotation, parenthesis, then closing parenthesis. And so I have now all of these characters in uppercase. Now I don't want to redo all of that for the rest of the columns for over 500 names. What I'll do instead is copy all the formulas by clicking this green box located at lower right side of this cell. So double click, and there you go, all of the names until the last row. So it will detect the records in the left side. If there are items or if there are values in the left side of this cell, then it will copy the formula. Now the most important part here is to save this, and we have to remember, and this you have to remember the name of the column full name, because this is the column name which we are going to use later. So make sure you have saved that and closed. So the next thing we need to do is open our template, then import this list. Now that we have the certificate ready, so by the way, if you want another video for creating a certificate like this, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Now, to import those list of names from our Excel file, all we need to do is go to the Mailings tab. After you go to the Mailings tab, go to Select and use an existing list. We're going to locate that list where I save that in my desktop, then list, then click open, and since we have only one sheet in that cell, just click OK. And it seems like there's nothing happened, but what we have actually done is we have successfully imported that list, and we can verify that by replacing this text from any values from that list. So we are going to do that by going to insert merge field, and the values that we want to import from that list is the full name. We want the full name to appear here, so I'll select full name. So it does seem not right because it says full name and not the real full name. All you need to do is simply click the preview result, and you have now that list. And right after that, you'll know that all of those names have been imported, because you can now navigate this. You can go to the last part of the list, which is 509, or go to the first value of that list, which is John Michael W. Doe. Now, if you want to print all of them in one sheet, I mean physical printing, you go to edit individual documents, and it will pop up a window asking which document are you going to import with or merge into another document. Is it going to be all of them, or just the current record, which is this one, or a range of records? I can put 1 to 10, and it will create another document, like for example separated from the one that I have created. And this one, you can see that the file name is letters1, and the one that I had created earlier, the template, which has a name of certificate template. Now this is no longer connected to the list. You can see there's the insert merge field have been grayed out. So we're not going to save this, and let's see, we'll go back to individual documents from 1 to 10. So you can see that there are 10 certificates that have been created. Okay, so let me close this one, and so that's it. So you have generated a lot of certificates from a simple template using the list and the mail merge. Now there is actually a way in which you can send this to the email of the recipient if they have an email field, but you are going to do that using the Outlook and some settings on Gmail, and we're going to do that in a separated video. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. So thank you, see you soon. I'm not getting to see you because I can't see you.